The following podcast may contain adult language and conversations revolving around situations not suitable for immature audiences. Spoilers and general political incorrectness can often be expected, so listener discretion is advised.
They must be destroyed on sight!
Alright, welcome to another episode of They Must Be Destroyed on Sight. This is going to be the very first movie commentary track for the podcast, so yeah, it's going to be incredibly unprofessional. We're not properly mic'd or anything like that. We just got a blue snowball, or actually the white version of the blue snowball, sitting here trying to pick me and my brother up. And this will actually be the first time you've been on the podcast there, Scott, so say hello.
Hooray. Hello, everybody.
He's not as big a movie nerd as I am, or my usual co-hosts, but we're going to be watching a movie here, and if you've already downloaded this, you already know what the movie's going to be anyway, because you wanted to hear the commentary track, but of course it's Night of the Living Dead, but the 1990 remake version, directed by Tom Savini. So we're going to be getting into that here in a minute. We're just doing a little bit of a prep setup here. We're already in the
way to recover some royalties or something.
Yeah. So this is the first film Tom Savini ever directed, and this is essentially we'll get into it once we start here. But what are you eating?
Ruffles.
He's eating Ruffles. I got him the wrong dip though. I went to the store to get him dip, and I picked up the wrong one. I was looking at the color on the cap and not the color of the actual dip for some reason.
Terrible. Terrible.
Well,
can't work under these.
Can't work under what? Shut up.
Can't work with this.
Alright, so we're right in the main menu right here right now. This DVD version is, I believe it's 1999. Yeah, the 1999 Columbia Pictures DVD. I think it's probably outside of, limited release of Blu-ray discs or something along those lines. It's like the most complete version of this film. Like there was a version of this film that had like 10 minutes or something, 5 or 10 minutes hacked out of it.
Back in '99, like how well distributed was this movie anyway? It wasn't.
It went in theaters.
Did it?
Yep. So, okay, basically, if you guys want to sync up with this track now, we're going to start right into it and press play. So I'll do a countdown here. You should have the play movie highlighted. You should have your version of the movie muted with subtitles on, of course, because you'll be picking up some of the movie audio in the background here while we talk. So just like a real commentary, except for incredibly unprofessional. This is a fan commentary. So
or you can start it earlier or later, and then it can be hilarious because we're commenting on stuff that doesn't happen.
That's right. 15 minutes from now, just start it up. All right. In 3, 2, 1, play. And we get the FBI warning. Always exciting. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a version of this film that had like, I guess, 5 to 10 minutes cut out of it. It was all just like extra gore scenes, essentially, like more close-up gore scenes. There was a couple scenes of zombies getting their heads blown off and shit that they cut out. I don't know where. I don't know what the exact complete version is that you can find for this, but like I said, I think it's a Blu-ray version somewhere out there. But yeah, so this is the big remake. Nice opening here.
It's a pretty good remake in my opinion. I don't know. I kind of like it better in some ways. I don't know. Because the old one shows it's pretty dated. The other one,
at times it is. Yeah.
First time it's good, but it's the way they portray like the barber and stuff is kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know what I have for the volume going on here. Just put it down a little bit more. Actually, I'll probably put the subtitles on too, just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, help us know what's going on.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the full movie through in a while. It's fairly close to the original, though. Like, there's not a whole lot of like other than Barbara being a little bit more stronger character, there's not like the way that the movie goes is fairly similar, I guess.
Yeah, George Romero, of course, he and John Russo did the earlier screenplay for the original, and Romero came back and rewrote the screenplay for this one. And as we were saying, this is sort of a cash grab because of the copyright dispute and everything like that. The big fuck up they did back with the original. So this was basically an attempt to actually get a payday. Or at least
the first one you can watch it on YouTube anywhere for free, and this one here it's on YouTube, but it costs you $99 or $3.99 or something.
Does it?
Or 99 cents or something like that.
And there's probably a free version floating around somewhere too on YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised.
They are for a while until they pull them down.
Yeah. So here's the opening. Of course, it's just like the original. You got the main character Barbara and her brother Johnny coming to visit their mother's grave.
It's the same graveyard, isn't it? I guess they use.
I don't remember if they use the same graveyard or not.
Actually, I can't remember if there's differences. I think there's something about this one, it's their mother or something, but I think in the original it's like...
No, it's their mother.
I thought it was somebody different, like their father or something like that.
I don't remember. No, I think it's pretty much their mother. I think it's the same. Don't contradict me.
I don't know. I'm probably not the best person to be on this because I forget. I haven't seen it in a while. Actually, there's a video on YouTube that shows this graveyard now, and the road they're driving on is actually paved now.
Yeah, well, the Angry Video Game Nerd did a couple videos where they revisited all the locations.
And they went to the farm and stuff.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool actually.
And my friend Paul, who's the co-host of one of the co-hosts of the podcast, I believe he's been to all these places as well. He's even been to the mall.
Does it live in Pennsylvania? Or?
Yeah, so. There's actually not much more else to see in Pennsylvania than those places. So.
Like that mall was the biggest mall there or something at that time.
Yeah, it was one of the first ones.
Mega mall.
So there's Bill Moseley, who at this point he's probably most famous for playing Chop Top in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Did you ever watch that?
I don't think I saw that.
One where he's got a metal plate in his head.
There's one sketchy part about that old guy. You think he's wandering up there. You think he's a zombie, but then he's not. He's just like
he's just traumatized.
Yeah, like he's got a wound on his head though. He must have got.
Yeah.
Like was he hanging out at that funeral or something that was there?
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to infer, I guess.
Yeah. He's like saying like he's sorry and stuff. He's like.
Yeah.
I suppose when dead bodies stand walking around, you're probably like, well, I don't know, something's going on.
But I like that. I like that little fake out there where... And he just looks freaked the fuck out.
But where does he go, though? Like, I don't know. You see him wandering off, and there's another...
Kind of assume he's maybe like the funeral director or maybe something like that. And there we go. And then they went for ultra realistic corpses in this one. They wanted to do kind of minimal. They didn't want to be as splattery as Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, but they wanted to make the zombies more realistic. So you can definitely see there's like a vast improvement in zombie makeup compared to
they're pretty. Well, Savini's the makeup guy, isn't he, or something?
Well, I don't know how many effects he might have done or oversaw on this one, but yeah, he makeup is important to him. Like
it's actually really, really good though. Like, yeah.
And there we go. That's
like
that's the worst effect in the movie right there.
Yeah, that's
the camera just lingers too long on it. That's all. I mean, it was a good idea, but
it looks like the zombie was like head smashing like what was that doll's name in that stupid Child's Play fucking there? Chucky. It's like he took a Chucky doll, like...
See, it was probably budgetary, but if they were going to do that shot...
Just bad camera angles.
They should have just had Johnny's head split right open. But, of course, then he wouldn't be able to come back later in the movie. But yeah, that's probably the worst effect in the movie, and hey, they got it over with really quickly. So
yeah, but he's not impressed. Zombie ass. We don't want to see that. Yeah, because the guy actually looked like he wasn't a zombie, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's got some problems.
So see, they're going for more realistic stuff. So they got the corpses stitched up and stuff. Like it just had the autopsy done before they dressed them for the funeral. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And also their skin is sort of, I guess that's like, I don't know if it's jaundiced or formaldehyde or something like that.
Just pussy and future.
Yeah.
Rotted. Dead for a while.
And of course, Barbara's played by Patricia Tallman. She actually does more stunt work than anything else. For the most
This
part.
guy looks like he's been a while. Like, and the other guy looks like he's just like crawled out of that coffin. The other dude.
Yeah. Patricia Tallman, probably her other most well-known role is in that Babylon 5 series.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was Tom Savini's very first car he bought.
Was it?
The one he bought when he, at the very least, where he had a
Volvo.
nice big paycheck. So he decided to christen the movie, I guess, by destroying that on the tree there.
The movie, that's the same as in the original.
Yeah.
The car runs down the hill and smashes. Because like, doesn't Johnny have the keys or something? I think.
Yeah. So I actually like the setup of this better, where she's coming into the farmhouse, and you'll see in a moment that it's obviously there were people there, like just within a few hours of that day.
I think the breakout just sort of happened, didn't it, or something? Or it's fairly recent.
Well, she comes into the house and finds that it has just recently been inhabited. There's a nice little Easter egg here coming up soon. It's I think it's the sign on either the mailbox or on the house. You'll see a name here. I'll point it out.
Was there something on the radio in this one? I can't remember, because in the original there was something on the radio and it was talking about something, then they turned it, or the radio was off. They weren't getting any signal, and then it came back on. That was in the original, wasn't it? That's not in this one.
Can't remember.
Because they were starting to report about some sort of outbreak of violence or something.
Yeah,
but
well,
then they shut it off or something.
I think they both had the TV on. Is what it was.
No, they're at the first of the movie in the car.
Okay.
In the original, there was, I think.
Okay, so you see that sign there? It says M. Celeste. So it's a reference to the Mary Celeste, where
that ship,
where they found that ship where it still had like meals prepared on the tables and stuff like that.
All the people were gone.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I like that. And here we're seeing Barbara's kind of still feels like she's the original Barbara to an extent, where she's kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
So you're kind of wondering if she's going to stay freaked out throughout the whole thing. See there you go. You got a. Hey, it looks like you're cooking.
What? Bacon?
No, overcooking everything.
Oh.
Burning it.
No, you gotta make sure it's dead. Might be zombie bacon. This follows fairly the same, I guess, sort of course.
Nice.
A wild boar or something stuck on the wall.
Pretty good. It looks like a farmhouse. Feels like one. You get a sense right away who lived in there. Like probably a bunch of rednecks.
No.
And there was a nice. There's a nice rubbery hand.
Looked pretty good there.
And here comes
Uncle.
It's like Tor Johnson or something from Plan 9 of Outer Space. And here comes another zombie.
Hillbilly zombies, they're the worst kind.
And they make it pretty apparent in this one how sound attracts them. So Her screaming probably brought the other guy coming back.
He doesn't even have eyes, that guy does. He doesn't look like. And that, what's wrong with that? I don't know what's wrong with that dude.
Oh. Looks like he might have been at the funeral or something and had been victimized. And, ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Broke him right in half.
Everybody a pick-em-up truck.
Yeah.
Oh, Chevy.
And we get to meet Tony Todd as Ben. Candyman himself. We're still following the same plot.
Yeah, because he's like, she just ran out of the house, and he's like, oh, let's go back in. She's like freaking out. No, I don't want to go back in there.
So she's in shock. And I think they put that guy in a hole to get that effect with the broken legs or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what they did.
Yeah, we kind of heard it, like, act like your legs are snapped and, like, behind your head. Hey, Uncle Reed just with a big fat zombie.
Oh, that's right.
Cousin Satchel.
Satchel or Vatchel or...
I don't know.
Mm.
Legs are in the door, dummy.
When she's thinking about defending herself, that's a clear sign right there that she's at least a bit different.
I'm pretty sure she does that in the original, doesn't she? I think she grabs the thing from the poker from the fireplace, but sure.
And here comes the second worst effect in the film.
Yeah.
Coming up in here anyway. There we go. Now you start to see the rubbery head.
Oh, come on, it's totally realistic. You know, you turn into a zombie, you turn into like a rubber dummy.
Yes, and then we follow it up with a great effect.
Yeah, that was also too bad.
And yeah, there you go.
For 1990, this ain't too shabby though.
No, and it's pretty low budget. And
you start thinking like I always get like this mind block where it's like 1990. Oh, it's like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait a minute, it's like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, in my opinion, these old zombie movies are way better than any of the. Like the CGI just wrecked everything.
Oh yeah.
Like both movies, zombies are pretty weak in these, I guess.
Yeah.
They're not really. And they're all the slow zombies, which are sort of ones I agree with. I hate the fast zombies. They annoy me.
Do you? You totally hate them.
Yeah, I don't like them that much. Well, they don't make any sense. Like if this, not that this is very logical anyway, but
what about the ones that are just like they're not necessarily dead? Do you consider them zombies? Like ones that are just infected with a virus?
I mean, like 28 days later kind of zombies or something.
Yeah.
Those rage zombies. Yeah, well, that's a bit different, I guess. Be like somebody that's like all hopped up on something. They could probably run faster than normal people because most people don't. Most people can't do different things. Like they only lift so much or run so fast just because they think they can or whatever. Like if you have people that are all messed up on stuff, they're probably lift stuff they probably wouldn't normally be able to and things. So
yeah,
I don't really. Well, I guess they're zombies in a way, but something that was dead and then just walking around is going to be all fucked up.
Yeah. Well, the question is, for you, do they have to be reanimated from previously being dead?
Well, that's what all the Romero zombies are, though. Like,
yeah, but is that what you look for when you look for zombies?
Yeah, more or less. But I suppose, like, in traditional zombies are like people that are sort of voodoo zombies. They're like not really dead, are they? They're just sort of
no, they're just under a. Well, sometimes they're dead and brought back to life because that's sort of like the mythology behind it, like that they just used to scare people and shit. But
well, they actually fed them something that made their heart almost stop, didn't they? But it wasn't really. I don't think it stopped totally. They weren't totally dead, but it's not that's really logical anyway. But it's just,
yeah.
Well, it's just like the guy they interview in the. I guess he's in the first one and this one too, isn't it? I guess, but they're like they're kind of slow and stuff. He's like, yeah, they're dead. They're all fucked up, all messed up or whatever. So
he's getting his Oscar right here.
Yeah. You blew it all to hell. Oh, yeah. That's different movies. Sorry.
Huh.
Well, it would be kind of like annoying. It's like, God damn, you stop it.
Yeah. They both obviously had stressful days.
Pretty sure legs aren't supposed to bend that way.
No.
You got like goat legs going on.
Not just legs, the whole lower body is supposed to bend that way.
Put him out of his misery or whatever, he's already in it.
Yeah.
Suppose if he could crawl up, he would, I guess. He could drag his body. But as far as like Romero movies, like where do you rate this compared to the?
I'd put this right after the original three.
Yeah, I suppose.
Strangely enough, it just my favorite is Dawn of the Dead. Then it'd be honestly, it goes Dawn, Day, Night, and then it would be this remake. I think.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that because.
Honestly, I kind of like this just as much as I like the original Night of the Living Dead. It's just there's enough different about it that I find it pretty much holds up to the original, sort of like equal.
It's kind of good. It's like there's a fairly decent, like a lot of the zombie movie now are like weird, but this one sort of shows it. Probably similar to what would. Something like crappy like that did happen, it'd be like what would happen. People don't have any trouble fending them off, but they always get messed over because they end up fighting and stuff. Like that's sort of like the whole reason.
I'll say this, at least in this one, when characters learn that all you gotta do is shoot the fucking things in the head or bash them in the head to kill them, they start doing that. Like, recall how many really bad Italian zombie movies have we watched?
Yeah, what was that one there where those soldiers go somewhere to?
It's the Hell of the Living Dead one, isn't it? The one
they're all wearing like blue
jumpsuits
or something.
Hell of the Living Dead.
Yeah, one. And they end up shooting them in the body like a million times, and they shoot one in the head, and then they sort of like seem like they notice that's what they're supposed to do, and then next one they run into, they shoot them in the chest like 40 times again. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, no!
It's like, you learned this 5 minutes ago that you shoot them in the head and they go down. Yeah, I'm going to shoot them in the dick this time.
Because you can kind of... You can kind of... you start feeling better, or the characters in the movie, you can kind of... When the characters actually learn through the movie or whatever, have a learning curve or something, you can kind of like... It's like, yeah, okay, I can get behind that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
But still, they keep doing the same mindless, dumb crap. It kind of turns into like like the Jason Voorhees kind of thing. It's like, I'm getting out of here, He's like, oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
They just stuck together, and you know, you end up doing better. He's all kinds of messed up.
Yeah.
Why do you want to put zombies in the back of your truck for? I suppose they didn't think they were zombies, maybe.
Yeah. They're probably thinking they were black people.
For racism against zombies. They're people too.
Well, there is a. It does feel like there's a kind of like a racial undercurrent in the other movies as well. Like the one in the original Night of the Living Dead is just kind of by happy mistake essentially. Because the original guy they got for Ben, Dwayne Jones, that part was originally written for a white man, and they just happened to get Dwayne Jones by luck, and at least they claim that as they were going along, it just sort of progressed naturally that, hey, this movie has something to say about race relations in America at the time, and of course that was a big subject as well at the time in America anyway, so it wouldn't be
60s.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be hard for people to even pick that up out of that movie, even if it wasn't there. And then you look at Dawn of the Dead, where they have the scene, and essentially he references that scene here in this movie. The scene where all the rednecks are running around loaded on beer and with their guns and their flannel and just running around shooting zombies for sport and stuff like that. I always kind of felt like that scene was essentially Night of the Living Dead playing out under the main characters as they're flying over in their helicopter. It's essentially what it is. And if you look at it in a certain context, it's basically a bunch of white hillbillies shooting people, much like, and treating them and hanging them and rounding them up and treating them like a lot of people in the South used to do back in the day. Not trying to call anyone out here, but
everybody hates the hillbillies till the zombies come. They go armed to the teeth.
But it just goes to show that even they're not capable of holding the zombies back, really. Because eventually they're just all going to get drunk and up shooting each other.
Well, it's the big cities they overrun, not the countryside.
That's because there's more people in the city.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, because it would be so many damn people, you get a few people infected, and they infect all kinds of more people, and it just goes like crazy.
I can't wait to hear how loud our chips are crunching on the audio of this.
Oh, get yourself some chips too, and enjoy the movie.
Exactly. You won't be able to hear nothing. We won't be able to hear nothing.
And just crunching noises for an hour and a half. They're trying to finally come to the realization of what's actually going on, or trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. But like all of Romero's films, he never explains it. He just puts out a bunch of possible explanations and then lets you decide what you like best.
I think by later in the movie they sort of figure out, I think, what's going on, don't they? I guess.
Well, it's an infection of some sort. I mean, that much is.
The original wasn't it like a spacecraft that blew up? Or something?
That's one of the. There's a brief mention of a returning probe from Venus, but.
Or was it from your anus or your Uranus? Or I don't know.
Uranus was too far away at that point. But yeah, they basically implied it's an infection of some sort, whether it's disease or a radiation infection of some sort that transfers somehow.
There he is.
Uncle Reed.
Guns in this house.
I don't think this guy has proper gun locks on any of his shit.
That's a good thing. Get a proper lock on his gasoline thing, though.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Don't want kids getting in and huffing it.
There's something upstairs. Uh-oh. That was a non-smoking place.
Man, that blood is pretty goddamn wet. It's still dripping.
They're probably all mushy or all...
Yeah, you think it would have dried up by now?
Not really dry, but it gets all...
Viscous.
A bit all crusty or something.
Ew.
Yeah, that's a bit... So that was the hand that fell down.
Yeah.
So that's Cousin Satchel or something.
That's cousin fucking hole in the head now.
Hmm. Uncle Reach fucking... Well, he was... Didn't he die or something? Then he woke up and he attacked him or something.
Yeah, I think so.
But in the original, it's not. It's some old woman or something, isn't it?
They don't really show. It's just like a skeleton up in the... Like a half-eaten fucking
Yeah,
corpse.
his face is all chewed off. It's a bit different like that.
It's the, here's what our budget is, so we can't show you too much of whatever the fuck's upstairs. Zombie.
Yeah. Yeah. We saw our budget on these extras that are walking towards the house. So
Yeah, all of our budget was spent on the extras wearing bed sheets and...
Yeah. Yeah, they were...
It's one thing I do like about more modern zombie films is they try to make the... Like, when you think about it, these are corpses running around. They're going to be dirty.
Yeah.
I mean... And if someone dies of sudden violent death... Oh. There's Harry.
Mr. Cooper.
Mr. Cooper. Who is Tom Towles, who just recently died a little while ago.
Did
Like,
he?
yeah, last couple months. Yeah, I think he was only like 60 or something like that. He was in, at this point, he was probably best known for Harry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. He was in that as Otis. And then he went on to make some appearances in the Rob Zombie movies. Host of 1,000 Corpses and The Devil's Rejects, and I think he had a bit.
Didn't know, is it?
Yeah, and he had a bit part in Rob Zombie's Halloween as well. And the other guy there is William Butler, who has done fucking everything. He acts, he produces, he directs. He's been in the effects department. He's one of those jack of all trades sort of guys. Honestly, I can't really tell you much of what he's actually been in, but he's been in everything at the same time. Done lots of TV and stuff as well, I think.
Well, he's dead now. You fucking hit him in the head with a fucking fireplace poker.
I kind of like Tom Towles' Harry in this one better than the original one, because this one, he's just got better facial expressions. He's got a better face, I kind of think.
Yeah.
He just looks like a sleazy-ass scumbag.
He's still a mega douche, too.
Yeah, he's just such a douchebag.
Yeah, taking beer out of the fridge, yeah.
Just sort of his stress-filled, middle-class, white American guy who's secretly racist when you push him hard enough.
He's in a hate-filled marriage.
Yeah.
Show what kind of beer it is. What is it?
I think it's Iron City Brew. Pretty sure it is.
One product placement.
That's the one they used. The original Night of the Living Dead was Iron City Brew.
It's with an S, though, isn't it?
Yeah, looks like it. Maybe it's not. But they had George Romero, before then, him and his buddies were always doing like commercials and stuff like that before they did Night of the Living Dead. So I think they did an ad campaign at one point for Iron City Brew. They used the beer in the original film at the very least. Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Tom here, he's probably the nicest guy in the whole film.
Yeah. Like S-T-O. Maybe like
Stro, or maybe it's Slits, or I don't know. One of those local brands from fucking Pennsylvania, I imagine.
Mm. In a beer review.
I like how they give you a little bit more backstory on the family of the house and everything.
Yeah. Well, there was really none like before. There was nobody in the house, was
Yeah.
there? Or no, there was no zombies in the house on the first one, was it? I think they were broke in after.
And here they come. They heard all the crazy white people yelling at the crazy black people. And
yeah, that's more or less what it was.
Yeah.
The sound of it.
A way out is a way in. A window. There's only 3 of them, man.
And ironically, boarding up the windows probably attracted even more of them. All fucking pounding and shit.
Well, even shows it in this movie, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I told you before, you want to go downstairs? Go on.
I'm sorry, like, the basement is a bad place probably to be stuck, but it's like only one way in, but still, if they do get in, you're frigged.
Yeah. Which is true. Like him or hate him, he's actually right.
Drinking a beer, no washroom in the basement. Are you a pedo? Check it.
I always figured going upstairs would be better.
Well, yeah, like
You
tear up the stairs
Yeah,
or something.
You just tear up the stairs. How the fuck is a zombie gonna get you?
Yeah.
Harry Cooper's wife, Sarah Cooper, played by, and the daughter, Sarah Cooper, played by Heather Mazur, who done some stuff. And McKee Anderson, who plays the wife, has done some stuff. Nothing that really popped out at me though. You just wasted your beer, man. Now you gotta go upstairs for more.
Yeah. I'll come back up here.
You should at least grabbed every bit of food you could out of the fridge and took a nap with you.
You're sitting in a fucking damp basement.
Yeah.
Like a 100-year-old farmhouse. I'm sure the basement's really awesome.
They probably got some canned preserves there somewhere.
Yeah. Bottled back in 1940 or something.
Yeah.
There's mold growing on this. You can probably eat that.
There's some moldy old beets. Yummy. After you eat the beets, you don't know if you're just shitting beets or shitting blood.
They're out of their minds. You bunch of yo-yos!
I forgot all those insults are like lame as fuck.
Yeah.
Bunch of yo-yos, bunch of lame brains.
This is 1990, I guess.
Oh, sorry, I forgot they didn't swear before 1990, right?
Right. They're all pure.
I kind of wish they had really decided to push the boundaries and have Harry Cooper at one point say, "You nigger." That would have been interesting. See if they would have tried to get away with something like that. You wouldn't be able to get away with it now, that's for sure.
No, probably not.
But I mean, that character, you know he's thinking that. You can just tell he's thinking that.
Well, the first one, that's probably the true. It's like the 60s, and it's like, oh, this black guy thinks he knows what he's doing. He thinks
Yeah.
his way is right. Like, hell with him.
There's Barbara immediately catching on.
Yeah, it's like, they're slow as fuck.
And she's ultimately right as well. They could have got out of there right that moment. They could have
Well,
got
then
out
it was the best time before there was
Yeah.
like shit tons of them.
They just have to stay near a road, that's all. They wouldn't want to be going running out in the woods because who knows what the fuck's out in there, but...
Yeah, well, if they get somewhere where they can get close to you. That's sort of a difference here. Like, each of you wants to get gas for a vehicle to clutch onto what society was or something, and she's like, well, you gotta give up on that crap because that's not going to...
Yeah.
You run out of gas again, then what are you going to do then, you know?
Yeah, it's just one of the themes, like, anything from the old world essentially complicates things and makes it worse for you in the end. I mean, like in Dawn of the Dead, they're essentially, yeah, they find safety in the mall,
Yeah.
but they're trapped by it at the same time. And they're, like, essentially trapped by the ultimate expression of consumerism in the modern day. Oh, here comes, Mr. Cooper, I think is... Mr. Fuck.
Yeah,
I should know this
I
one.
just thought of it the other day. Mr. Magruder.
Magruder, yeah. You shot Mr. Magruder!
Fucking do that to his back.
Essentially, what's her name there is doing the original Barbara at this point.
Yeah.
Screaming like a banshee, man.
Was she useless in the first movie too, though? Sort of.
They were kind of useless. They're just dumb country bumpkins. I'm gonna get in.
They're pretty weak though. Like,
Yeah.
seems weird how they're. I guess when they just get a lot of them at one time, then they can break through things. But
Yeah.
one of them can't break through crap. Like, you couldn't even break glass. Like, it's weird how sometimes they show they're like incredibly weak. Other times they're shown to be fairly strong. Like, I don't know.
I think it just depends on how fresh they are.
Yeah.
Even if they thought that much ahead about it, I don't know if they really
Yeah.
do. But.
It's just drawing more of them. Like, it's just doing this. But
Yeah. Found himself in a lot of nice long fucking nails. At least.
Yeah. There's the part that sort of demonstrates that.
And that old lady actually owned the house.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, so they put her in the movie.
Here, I want to go see your cousin with his face blowed off.
Yeah.
I think he had a gimped leg too, or something.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like he blew out his knee or something.
No, we had like a sting on it though.
Brace, yeah, knee brace, but probably blew out his knee. Yeah, that already had polio as a child, but I kind of doubt that. Kind of, at least I hope he didn't have polio as a child in fucking 1990, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he wasn't born in 1990 though.
Yeah, but he couldn't have been that old.
He was 100 or something. Hammer like a girl. Hammer like you mean it.
Oh, it's interesting. The original one where it ended up being more focused on like racism and stuff. This one's kind of more of a almost a feminist.
Yeah.
Oh, like a zombie's gonna punch through that shit. Come on now, dude. I'd be grabbing anything I could fucking grab.
Reed, you're trying to make this place look good, and you.
Yeah, these cheap wood from China or some shit.
This is Holocaust doors, our piece of crap though. It's right there.
Or is that IKEA stuff? I don't know if IKEA's good quality or not, is it?
It's probably made in Sweden or something. It's stuff you buy it and then you put it together yourself.
Yeah. I know it's pretty big in the U.S.
And some monkeys hang out there in little coats or whatever. IKEA monkey or whatever.
Really?
You see that on the news there? It was like in Ontario somewhere. That woman had that monkey as a pet, or she called it his son or something.
What?
And it escaped, and it was found in IKEA, and they called it IKEA monkey.
Oh, okay.
She was like, he thought it was actually her son or something. She was kind of crazy.
Emergency broadcast system. There you go.
Tube TV. Now we know we're in the past.
Mm.
It's like a flat screen. Look at this. He has rabbit ears on and everything.
Yeah. Well, they could hook up a NES on it anyway.
Screw the zombies. I gotta get this. Could have win friggin' Mario Kart or something. Idiot. Yo-yos! Actually, with this help, they probably would have might actually worked.
Yeah. Stupid idea.
I think own the house though. Like, what's his face? Is friggin' more or less his house. After he dropped an F-bomb.
Mm.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
They're slow as frig though. Like,
Yeah.
bumbling along. It's a happy marriage. Uh-oh. Battered wife. Or...
Yeah.
Okay, wait, beating your wife up. Make sure you do it in the zombie apocalypse.
Gotta hand it to him. There's nothing nice about this character. You gotta be a pretty brave actor to make yourself look like just the shittiest person in the world. he's really believable as just a piece of fucking garbage.
Well, when he like sort of helps him a little bit, he not really. He's
Yeah.
still like halfway trying to run back to his hole or whatever. Like, I suppose that's probably symbolic, isn't it? He's like a rat that lives in a hole or
Kinda.
something.
He sort of looks like a rat. In
He
a
just
way.
comes running out when it's in his interest, and then when something looks crappy, he runs back down in the hole again.
Yeah.
Now you can forget. Stay down there until it's absolutely ordered. And I'm not gambling with my daughter's life. I am not coming up with shit. That's why I'm not gonna let you.
Not helping Tommy, you dick.
Yeah.
He had a good thing going there, and he kind of screwed it.
Well, he's right. They should be working together, but
Yeah, but
no one's gonna listen to him. He's just some dumb kid.
she don't look too good.
She's kind of looking at him like, perchance are you a magic Negro who can help my child?
Yeah, look, the
I've
black
seen-
guy.
I've
I've never
seen-
seen one of these before.
I've seen plenty of them in the movies. Yeah, she put down pants.
Uh-oh.
Look out.
Putting the pants in his post.
Oh, Ben's like, well, she's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, toss that bitch off. I want that door.
Probably thinking it at this point. Just the way he looks, like, oh, she's been bit. Well, she's fucked.
Yeah, you've probably seen enough to know that. Not too much for anybody really knows that like this soon into it, but
Nah, I think he probably suspects so.
he's looking all fucking dead like. Yeah.
Oh, there's a truck. Oh, big difference.
Should car be preferable probably.
Oh yeah, at least they would
Get
know.
in the goddamn door and. Guess you need the general leads, you can just slide in the window.
That's right. We have to digitally take the Confederate flag off at this point.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Was she even hitting a nail at? I didn't see a nail in the door there.
Mr. fucking Magruder.
Magruder. He's like, he got shot or some shit?
Get some shit ripped out of him. Yeah.
Mm.
Could get run over by a fucking car or something.
I need the hammer in here. Bring the hammer in here.
Get your goddamn pants on. Bring me the hammer.
Mr. McFuckles. It's Mr. McFucky. Hey, who nailed this? It should
Yeah. That was, I think that was Judy who did that one.
be 1860 Henry.
I must insist.
Yeah. He's a fucking douche and a coward.
Yeah.
He has a lot of help.
Treat him like he's a fucking infected with I don't know what.
He's got cooties.
Yeah.
Maybe hitting a zombie actually affect them?
Probably not.
I don't think it's feeling it.
Unless you like broke the arm or some shit.
Kind of funny if the key was in that or
Yeah.
something.
He's gonna throw up. No shit, bitch. Yes.
I really understand that scene because it's like she's all freaking out shooting him. The guy was like ripping the, even if it wasn't a zombie, it's like the guy's smashing his way through the window trying to kill you. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Mr. Magruder,
what are you gonna do to him? You know,
I used to give him BJ's at the corner store. Here's Hindu zombie apparently, or
trying to flash you or something.
jeez. I love this scene. It's so good. Is he dead? No, she's not. Just proving a point.
Whatever I lost a long time ago, and I do not plan on losing anything else. You can talk to me about losing it when you stop screaming at each other like a bunch of 2-year-olds.
That's so good.
It doesn't really help though.
No,
they don't get any better.
It did. Well, it's the thing. It's like you talk rational to a bunch of scared, frightened, irrational idiots. They're not going to listen to you anyway. But.
I picked my zombie game. I'm picking these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the only one I'd pick.
Yeah. Well, maybe Ben. He's fucking reasonable.
Yeah, but he's also a bit of an ass as well. He gets himself in more trouble than.
Well, he's like the alpha male or something, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he figures his way is the way to go. Same with Doofus there. He's trying to run things too, I think.
Yeah.
I suppose that's the first time she's really seen zombies, isn't it? I guess.
Probably. It's like with all these zombie movies. Essentially, no one in any of these movies have ever actually heard of a zombie. Like, there's probably no zombie films in these movies.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, like, it happened, but she was in the house when they're like, probably the first time she's seen one up close.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of like you freak out when you see the first zombie.
I imagine a lot of people would freak out, but it's still fucking hilarious.
Oh, we can hear the TV.
Yep. So here's the problem is fucking Harry and Ben don't trust each other at all, so even when one of them tries to do something good for the benefit of the rest of them, they end up fucking each other over. Violence is so widespread it's impossible for rescue service to respond efficiently, so it makes you think it's going even more widespread than the original film.
In the first one, they sort of control it, don't they? I guess. Or...
Just sort of localized. It was like by the next day they were rounding up all the zombies and shooting them and shit. So
was the first one actually? Well, the ones that came after came after the first one, or the first one was sort of standalone, wasn't it? Sort of, I guess. The old one.
Yeah, it was originally kind of standalone, but and really the movies aren't necessarily direct sequels anyway. They're just.
I suppose it wouldn't friggin' stop if it was some sort of something that came over space and it, you know, you didn't figure out what that was, and if more people died, they'd just come back.
Yeah.
So it's not really gonna. Yeah,
Voodoo, mysticism, and organisms from space.
Where's Dr. What's-His-Face?
I bet you this guy watches Fox News. See, even the fucking news guy here, he's kind of reading it in a way that, you know, even if he is actually being rational, he's still kind of skewing the news. He's not just reporting the facts. He's putting his own fucking opinion on it as well. So it's kind of like CNN and Fox News and all those fuckers.
Probably.
You watch the news that gives you the opinion that you agree with.
Modern television.
Yeah. Jesus, it's half his size for fuck's sakes. That's a bigger. That's a bigger. That was probably from the 70s or early 80s.
I haven't seen TV that big in for a while.
Yeah, we used to have one that big.
Yeah, I can't remember. Were there controls on it, knobs or something? Really
Yeah,
old,
they were knobs.
Twist knobs.
Still had the little prongs for the hookup or whatever. You had to screw in and all that shit.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
You guys all get along.
Yeah.
Probably better off if they just fought to the death here.
Yeah.
It's right there, I guess.
Those pants miraculously look pretty good on her. I don't think there's any women pants in the
Yeah.
in the house. They looked pretty big and baggy at the time. I don't know.
Your Uncle Reed had a tight ass.
Oh, here comes a goth or something.
Yeah, there's one guy with like a needle in his fucking arm or something.
Yeah.
Overdosed on something.
There's a hippie biker zombie.
Got every friggin' thing going.
Yeah. It's part of the fun just to see what kind of fucking zombies they think I'm come up with.
It's a guy from the grave.
Yeah, here comes the graveyard zombie. Yeah, fuck him up.
Yeah, he killed you. He killed my brother.
We can get away.
Yeah, look how fucking slow they are.
Mm.
Like, it wouldn't be fun, but it would be doable. As soon as you get to a certain where they can't hear you anymore, like, they wouldn't... Guys just put something in the house that's noisy so they all go towards the house and then fuck off the back door or something.
I mean, when you think about it, they should have just left the Coopers in the fucking basement, boarded that up, and
Yeah.
tried to make a run for it.
Yeah, that'd be a funny trick to play on them. Open all the doors and then run away.
Yeah. I mean, even with the doors open, none of the zombies get in the basement. It's too well boarded up, too secure. Look at that fucking door.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty shoddy.
Even the fucking zombie with no legs from the beginning there could have broken into that fucker.
The cripple zombie.
Must have just had a screen there or something.
Why does that kid like in a freaking basement though? Like, you should. Upstairs there's dead bodies too, but I suppose you should take her upstairs and put her in a freaking bed.
You think they would at least find a blanket or something in the fucking house?
Yeah.
Put her over.
Put her in a damp old basement.
Yeah. That'll make her feel better.
I'm surprised they even walk upstairs, as screwed up as they are. Like,
well,
there
we go.
Okay, never mind.
You feeling all right there, buddy?
There's no wheelchair access here, guys.
Yeah.
It's like the Family Guy there, and they went to the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and the guy in the wheelchair tried to go, and they're like, "Sorry, you can't go." He shoved him down the road. Oompa Loompa guys, or what they're called. You can't drive your woman.
I hate to say it, but yeah, don't let the woman drive. At least not this
In
one.
1960 something, you couldn't. Now in 1990, you think
You still can't.
you?
No, but in this case, it's true. With her, she shouldn't be driving. She's hysterical and distracted, and
But you ever drove that shitbox Chev that he got there?
Oh, yeah.
You need a good Ford or something.
You drive a stick?
Yeah. That sounds dirty.
Yep.
He's fucking using the iron board to fucking block the window with.
Yeah.
Really?
Ooh.
He's got a knife stuck in him. That dude there in the coat, didn't he come out of the woods like half hour ago?
He probably circled around a couple times.
There's a couple of times it's like, wait a minute. You started walking towards his house like 3 hours ago. You're slow as shit.
Well, you only got so many extras. I mean,
yeah.
If you look at Dawn of the Dead, half the time you see the same zombies in different places
Yeah.
where it makes no sense that they're there.
Well, that guy that had the one there in the mall when they're...
Oh, naked zombie, naked zombie.
There you go. No.
Except for the big holes in her back, whatever, yeah.
But that part there where the guy that has he grabs his gun or whatever and holds on to it, the whole thing, then he's on the roof somehow, which is totally... Because he would have been trapped in the mall, he would have been killed and put in the freezer, but then he's on the fucking roof.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? So they're afraid of fire somehow.
Fire bad.
That makes no sense.
Man, how'd they ever get together?
No, it's just fucked, I guess. Like, they can't work together to nail the goddamn windows. Like, let's make a hatch some retarded plan where let's drive here and do that. Like, nah, that's not gonna work. Okay, apparently zombies' clothes are doused in gasoline.
Yeah, there you go.
Hair on fire, hair on... Okay. Building on fire.
Every movie vehicle ever, whenever you're in a bad spot.
Look at the thing, though. It's like a jalopy.
I suppose it's believable in this case.
Something red-green would be trying to cut up and turn into something else. Isn't that where they cut out? Didn't his head like explode there? I'm sure I saw something.
I'm sure there's a version. Yeah, I think that's probably where one of the cuts was.
Why would they cut that out?
They wanted to get an R rating.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think it was originally going to get like an NC.
Torch on the back of the truck. That's good.
Yeah, I think it was originally going to get like an NC-17 or something like that until they cut out like half the exploding heads.
Most of the problem here, like the zombies aren't even around them anymore. But this horrible driving is.
Yeah. He just threw him under the truck. He probably would have been a lot more banged up than that.
Yeah.
But
she didn't need to drive retardedly fast because the zombies are slow as shit, and they're all down by the friggin' house now.
Yeah. Is she gonna parallel park now? Is what the fuck's going on? There we go. Yeah, let's fill up this. Oh man, when I used to work at the Ultramar, how many fucking people from the mountain and shit would be? They'd have their cell phones going. You know, people in the mountain with fucking cell phones. You know, supposed to use those at the pumps. People, fucking, once in a while you get the odd one to be smoking a fucking cigarette near the pumps.
That's good. That's good stuff.
And also another big no-no is if you're filling up a gas can, you can't have it in the fucking back of a truck while you're doing it, right? Because there's a potential for fumes and stuff. Kid can caught on fire.
Fell off that pretty good.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive.
Yeah, it's a little excessive. I think they could have.
Maybe they think the tank of gas on the ground.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I guess maybe, but really.
Like every movie that has like the black dynamite, the car goes off the cliff and it like explodes. You know,
the wrong car at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think they just spent like half their budget on that explosion.
Yeah. It was funny because the wheel blew off and the truck didn't fall down. It was like it was sitting on blocks.
Well, he's doing judo shit. He did a judo throw on that fucker, and
it's like in Dawn of the Dead. They're like that. They're doing all that kicking ass. Or like at the end there, where he's gonna kill himself. He doesn't, and he goes walking through all the zombies and booting their ass.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Everything's going down the crapper here. It's even, like, I'm pretty sure he even realizes now it's like, yeah, we can get through these people.
Still makes no. Well, this one it does, but in the original, when the girl zombie stabbed her mother to death,
yeah, with a
fucking
trowel. That's like, what?
Made no sense.
Oh, in later movies, zombies are using.
And
tools.
there's a little nod to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it still really doesn't make sense. But of course, they hadn't really established any rules at that point.
Yeah, because then they like Donna did. It's like, oh, sometimes they use bludgeons and things as tools. Because they like that one there in the parking lot. There, he used a tire iron to smash a window with. So.
Yeah, but
come on, it's totally believable.
You just kind of wonder like what would possess the girl to do that other than what maybe she really fucking hated her parents and there's a little bit of memory left in her head.
Yeah, it is kind of it's not hard to understand some of that stuff.
That's cool. All of a sudden just turn on a dime.
Yeah.
There's Cooper. He wants the gun.
See, he's like the whole movie. He's like totally, you know.
Yeah, he only goes upstairs when he wants something.
Yeah, or he screws everybody over. Actually, in the original one, he actually was a bit more helpful. He threw Molotov cocktails from upstairs.
Yeah.
He was a tiny bit more useful, I think, but not a whole lot. There's not that many people left from the first movie, is there?
The woman who played Barbara is still alive. A couple of other people are alive. I'm trying to think. The original...
Danny passed away.
Yeah, he died.
A few years right after that, didn't he?
No, he died in the 80s of AIDS, I think.
No, we saw the ammo again. Who's the yo-yo now?
The guy who played Johnny is... At this point, he was still alive. I don't know if he still is now, but he actually, near the end of the film, he plays the role of the sheriff with the eye patch or whatever the fuck.
Oh, okay. Well, there's some guy that's in the original. He's like the
TV host,
TV guy or
TV reporter. Yeah,
he was in this one too.
Yeah, he's in this one. Chili Billy.
He's still alive, isn't he? I think, or he was.
I think he might still be alive.
He's like ancient as frig.
He was a sort of a horror personality in Pennsylvania. Uh-oh.
Kind of weird. Like, why doesn't it attack her or him though? Like, maybe there's more of that. Maybe it did hate it.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder if maybe she hated her mother and loved her father or something like that.
Sort of weird.
Because the one time you ever see like Harry there is like any sort of humanity at all is when he's trying to protect his daughter.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you wonder if maybe there was a stronger family bond between those two. Shoot it in the head. There you go. So what was that? So you're the gun guy. What caliber gun would that be that he took off the police officer? Would that be like a 38 or something?
Yeah, like a .38 revolver. The rifle looks like a 1860 Henry because it has no handguard.
So in your opinion, would it be realistic that they survived these bullet wounds? At least.
Oh yeah, 38 special. Some of them are pretty weak.
Yeah.
You can get shot right through. If it doesn't anything vital, it wouldn't kill you right away. Where'd he get shot though? He didn't get.
It looks like he almost got her right through the liver.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
You get shot in the guts and stuff with a weak ass. Actually, a lot of powerful guns, you won't even take you quite a while to die. He's got like in the lungs or something.
Yeah, it looks like it. And he's a smoker.
Yeah.
Who wants to stay in the basement now, bitch?
Yeah, actually, that would have been the best.
Yeah. Just stay in the attic, keep fucking quiet. Keep the TV up there or some shit and just keep it on low volume.
Yeah. Hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah, I guess. When you're being all racist and stuff, you can't really think of that shit, too. And this is essentially
I
the...
guess you could sit on the fucking roof. Go up through an upstairs window and sit on the friggin' roof.
Yeah. This is essentially the scene you always see in a Romero zombie film as well.
Yeah.
It's just the point where the zombies eventually break in and overrun everything.
Closing in on one guy.
Yeah.
Well, it's like in the... What was it, Day of the Dead there, when they get into the friggin' underground complex thing. And
Yeah. Yeah, yummy.
Yeah. Good God. Burned up pretty bad.
At least you're getting a cooked meal.
Yeah.
There's a little girl zombie, kind of. Well, not really a little girl, but probably a
Blind or something.
blind. Got her dolly.
I probably told him, you gotta be extra slow here.
Yeah, she's got to take a moment.
Yeah. Look, they're a little bit faster.
Yeah.
I suppose when they get big groups together, pushed by the other ones. Like,
Yeah.
That's the big thing about zombies. They're like, oh, they're slow and they're stupid and they're weak, but they're like, when they're in big mobs, they're just non-stop. They just don't stop. That's the big scary factor about them, I guess. See, a Johnny zombie, you don't see him, do you?
I don't...
Because in the original, he comes back and grabs her, but
Yeah, I
doesn't.
kind of thinking... I didn't notice. I
don't think you
if
do.
we did see him, it was...
Yeah, I suppose when you get his head smashed into this...
Yeah, he probably wouldn't come back.
Your
Bye-bye, Helen.
shitty marriage is over.
Yeah.
Freaking a lot of zombies. Like for a small town, I don't know if it's is it possible? Is that these many people? Like,
Yeah, it could be. Probably there's a town right over on the other end of the fucking place or something.
yeah, there's the overdose zombie, I think.
Overdose zombie. There we go. Oh, he's eating bugs.
Oh no. Good protein there.
Yeah. Eating a mouse? Well, I don't think he eats the
I don't
mouse.
think a mouse would like let you do that.
Yeah.
Why does it only want it then? Like, didn't it want it before?
That's a rubbery hand, if I've ever
Yeah.
seen one.
You don't want it now, it's dead.
Yeah. Okay, no.
It's a
That
small-
couple of those zombies I definitely saw near the house before, so... there's some instances where they're reusing extras.
Oh, I didn't notice any of that. It's not as bad as Spider-Man when the backgrounds were like endless.
So he's got a shoulder wound, he's got a gut wound.
Yeah, he's screwed. Half these rescue stations are unoperative.
Yeah.
89.
That's when it was
Yeah.
filmed. Got that right, motherfucker.
Yeah, really bad.
There we go, gas pump.
Wah, wah, wah.
You can't help but fucking laugh about it now.
No, yeah.
Oh, I fucked myself this whole time.
Yeah, but she came upstairs looking for it or whatever too. And
Yeah.
it was right down there where they were. It's just end part is a little bit better. Right? Like the original, he didn't die in the original. He just stuck his head up over the window and
Yeah.
the hillbillies capped him. So it kind of showed. That probably kind of showed the racism too, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like,
It's implied that they didn't. They just looked at him as a nothing.
well, they didn't even care he was. They might have even cared if he was alive because
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, I think she sees. I think she ends up seeing her brother in like one of the piles or something.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
right
I think
here.
that's right.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Goddamn holy shit! What in the name of Jupiter's balls are you doing out here alone?
I'll go, hillbilly. I'm like your cousin. Get off
Yeah.
me.
Pretty much.
It's like Deliverance going on here. It's pretty Deliverance County, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Here we got the whole redneck camp, and they're
Yeah.
doing their little shit.
It's probably the most excitement they've had in their small little county in years.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, look at them. They got a. This is like the Tremont World's Fair.
I
Here
suppose
going
that's
on.
sort of the precursor to the bunch that Dawn of the Dead or whatever, the
Yeah, essentially.
biker friggin' guys.
Yeah, see, there's the guy who played
Yeah.
Johnny in the original, and there's Chilly Billy there as a reporter.
Kind of slow movie, yeah, they're all fucked up.
Yeah.
That truck massive, that's not un-American.
There's that scene there.
Yeah.
That was originally scripted for the original Night of the Living Dead, but they cut it out because they felt it would be too overtly. Hey, they're shooting a bunch of black people.
It's one of those lunch friggin' van or those snack van thing. Remember?
Yeah.
They used to do that when we were kids.
Well, you know what this is? This is Tremont's World Fair. So,
Yeah. I remember those ones. They used to be around in the old days. Those silvery looking things. It was just a big game. That's all.
yeah.
It was a target. They're cooking a pig too. It was like
Yeah.
good old time.
Yeah, they're just dumping them in for the fire.
Yeah. I don't know if bodies burn that easy, do they? I don't think they do.
We'll definitely have a lot of skeletons afterwards. That's for-
Kind of overplay that a bit though. It's like
Yeah.
it's one little board. Like, come on now. Like the dullest chainsaw ever. Or...
You get a brief second where maybe he recognizes her.
Drag that out of here. I'm going in there. Watch your back. Taking more of it.
Here's the best part of the movie. Finally gets what's coming to him. Yeah, she came back alright, you fucker. Yeah, pretty much. Fuck you, Harry, you piece of
What
shit.
the hell do you think? What the hell do you expect though? Really?
Yeah.
He's like a mega douche the whole movie. And just gonna forget all that. I think they're like, that wasn't.
They're
a
like,
fucking
wait
zombie."
a second. They're all laughing it up. You know,
Yeah.
don't know if this is the end of it or if it's gonna keep on going. She's probably, at the very least, she's ready if it ends up getting worse.
Just outro music ever.
You know, the music is kind of atmospheric, but it's just like cheap, kind of like cheap, like electronic synth kind of
Yeah.
thing going on. It's Ed Gein.
Hmm?
It's Ed Gein.
Yeah.
I think that whenever I see any skinny hillbillies, it's Ed Gein.
That was Gain. Or like Gain.
I always say Gein. You're wrong.
Huh.
There we go. Night of the Living Dead, the remake. Like I said, I like it quite a bit. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, kind of like.
I think it did enough, like, to improve on the original. It's one of those ones that actually improves on it in some ways, at the very least. So it makes it worth watching. Chili Billy Cardell. Yeah.
Terry Godhouse is on it. Crowbar zombie. Truck zombie. Porch zombie.
Porch zombie. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. I don't know. maybe they're taking back the term porch zombie. Yeah, and this one wasn't well received when it first came out. I think Roger Ebert said it was fucking, like, why even bother watching it? It's so close to the original, and I kind of disagree. I think it...
Yeah, I saw that review they did. I never agreed with that.
Although, you know, Roger Ebert was wrong about a lot of stuff, and he often fucking recanted later on, like, I changed my mind on some stuff, but... yeah, I think it's pretty damn good. I could definitely see why some people would maybe frown on it, because it's, you know, you're trying to match up to a legendary film.
Some people that like the Romero ones and stuff, they like this, or people like a decent zombie movie. This is really pretty decent. Like,
yeah, take this compared to most of the fucking zombie movies that come out these days, and tell me how much this sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we can end this commentary track. We're an hour. We're at
yeah, that was quick.
We're at an hour 30 or so here, and you don't need to listen to us ramble on anymore. So hopefully someone gets some enjoyment out of this if they decide to listen. Probably going to do some more. This was more of a test just to see how it sounded. So I'll probably be re-listening to it here, at least most of it.
An hour and a half of eating chips.
Yeah, pretty much.
We talked about it the whole time, though. It wasn't too many dead spots.
Yeah, and when we do future ones, we'll try to be a bit more prepared for them stuff. We were just sort of just doing it on the fly, see what happens. And so, yeah. Thanks for joining me here, Scott.
No problem.
Do you want to pimp anything on YouTube? Or any...
Nah.
No? Okay. All right. And we'll see you guys again later. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to They Must Be Destroyed on Sight. For our other episodes, links to Daniel, Paul, and Lee's other stuff, and links to some great podcasts of similar interest, visit us at tmbdos.podbean.com. There you can leave us comments on the site or directly email us. We listen and respond to everything. Thank you. Drive through.